Hi, today we're going to talk about setters and getters and how important those are to object-oriented programming. In object-oriented programming, setters and getters allow you to change the innards of the class without causing any conflicts on the external parts of the class. In other words, when these classes are instantiated as objects in different parts of an application, and you want to make changes to this class, it's very important for you to utilize setters and getters to allow you to make modifications to the class while the class is currently being used in an application. And I will demonstrate how you do that. And let's start off by explaining this is a very simple class. It's essentially all it's going to do is print out a different greeting based on the time of day. It's very simple, very basic. We have our properties up there, the time of day, and the greetings that are going to be printed for morning, afternoon, and nighttime. So let's start by creating a method called setMorning, and this is a greeting for morning. Notice I'm going to pass the property as an argument for the method. So we're saying this morning property is equal to the argument that's going to be set morning when this method is called. And I want to make sure that this will be a string. That's another cool thing about using setters and getters, especially when setting a property. Not only does it allow you to change the inside of the application, the inside of the class while the class itself is being used in the application, it also allows you to be picky about what kind of data types are assigned to a property in your class. For example, making sure that this property will be set as a string, and that is very important. Obviously, I can make this even more elaborate and put exception handling and things like that, but we're just going to keep it real simple so you guys can understand the basic concept of setters and getters. Okay, so essentially that's done, and what we want to do is we replicate this, and let's do the method for the afternoon and nighttime. Let's change the argument variable just for consistency. And this is afternoon. And this is afternoon. All right, so we've done that part here, and another thing we want to do is I like to use method chaining in when I instantiate my object. So let's return the object itself so we can do that. All right, so now we have the most important part of it done. And this is another very important method called, it's a magic method. It's underscore get. And what it does, it essentially gets any property that's going in and tries to match it up with any property that is available. You can do this also for setting properties. There's a magic method called set, and this is fine, but I prefer to actually be a little bit more picky, as it were, with the data that's coming in when I'm setting stuff. Getting information it's a good practice to have a way for people to get properties that are being set inside the class. And so usually what I do is I'll put a property here as an argument and return that. There you go. So essentially what's happening here is I'll put in the name of the property I want to get access to as an argument when calling the magic method get, and it will return, if it exists, the appropriate property, and then you'll have access to it that way. So that's important. Okay. So now what we want to do is, let's do the logic for the function itself. Okay. I want to remove, I'll put this up here so you guys can see the actual greet method. And we're just going to do a very simple if statement, you know, if time is equal to morning, then let's echo that, but we haven't set what the morning property is going to be yet, and we're going to get to that when we instantiate the object itself. And so we're just going to keep it simple. I'm not going to go through morning, afternoon, night. I think with just showing you how morning would work, I think you probably get a good idea of how the other ones work, which is identical. So let's instantiate this this object. And do it like so. And so what we're going to do here now is I missed one thing here. Sorry. Let's set time, which is incredibly important. So time is equal to the argument that's going to be passed through it. Let's make sure this is a string. And let's return this. All right, now we're set. So when you instantiate the object, we can set time so let's set the morning good morning. It's going to be the string that's going to be used. And the time is morning. So if you look here, setting morning, the morning greeting, which is a string essentially, to be good morning. And I want to set the time as being morning. And I'm going to run the method greet. So if we look in the greet method, you know, if this time is equal to morning, which it is, then echo this property, which would echo good morning. So this is a very basic way of demonstrating to you how important are getters and setters. they allow you to set internal properties of the class, which are set to private up here. You know, you can't access this from the outside world. You could set them from the outside to the properties that are there internally. And while you're setting them, you could also specify what kind of data you want to attach to the properties. That is incredibly important. So this is, I hope you understand this. If you have any questions, please send me an email or go to the website evinw.com. Thank you very much.